Hello. I thought I would do a Booktube tag today. It's a tag that has been recently going around, and the premise of the tag is basically to introduce yourself. And since I'm terrible at introducing myself, I thought it was a good opportunity to do so. It's the Meet the Booktuber tag, and it was created by what Victoria read. I still have to watch. I'm new to her channel, so I still have to watch some of her videos. I'll just start going through the questions. Name, age, and location. My name is Matthew Connolly. I'm 36, and I live in Upperco, Maryland. It's outside of Baltimore. It's mostly farmland. I live on a sleepy little road just covered with farms. It's very quiet. Do you have any siblings? And where are you in the order of siblings? I do. I have an older brother. We're not really on speaking terms. I haven't spoken to my brother in 4 or 5 years, something like that. He's never met the cats, hasn't seen the tiny house, which is disappointing, and I don't really see any reconciliation coming anytime soon anyway. But he's actually brilliant. He's one of the most brilliant people I ever met. I don't even know his job. He's like an applied astrophysicist. I can't even say where he works, so most everything he does is classified. But really heady, like high math. It's crazy. But we don't speak. What do you do for work? I work at a lumber yard. I've been there for maybe 8 years now. I'm wearing a shirt that says Reisterstown Lumber. It was started in 1926, and it's still run by the same family. And all in all, I'm pretty happy to work there. I like that I know who my boss is. I say good morning to the owner of the company every day when I work. I know exactly who I'm working for. And that's it. I do a lot of things there, but do you have any kids? I do not have any kids. Do you have any pets? I do. I have 2 wonderful cats. I'm an animal lover in general, but for where I am right now, it would be unfair to have a dog. So I had a Maine Coon in my 20s, and I loved him. So I got 2 Maine Coons when I got the tiny house. My first cat that I got was Andy. His full name is Sheriff Andy Taylor. It's from my favorite TV show, the Andy Griffith Show. In fact, the name of my channel comes from my cat Andy. It's the Mayberry Book Club, which is the town that Andy sheriffs. And when it was just him and me, he would sit with me while I read. He was my little reading buddy. So we were the Mayberry Book Club. That's me and Andy. And then probably shy of a year after I got Andy, I got Daphne. Beautiful little girl, and she's named after one of my other favorite TV shows. So her full name is Daphne Moon, and she was the healthcare provider for Frasier's father on the show Frasier. Frasier's father is Marty, and Daphne was the healthcare provider. So that's Daphne, and you'll sometimes see her running around. Can you drive? I can. I have nearly the tiniest car that you can possibly legally have on the road. I live in a tiny house and I have a tiny car. Here's Daphne. jump down. On windy days, it's like driving a soap bubble, but a tiny car. What was your favorite subject at school? I would say art class. Something that's probably not come up. And there's Andy. There's both of them. Something that probably hasn't come up on my channel is that I'm a painter. I've been painting for kind of as long as I can remember. I started painting in elementary school, all middle school, high school, college, all through my 20s. I've had art shows. I've sold hundreds of paintings. Never really made any money, but I had sales. If anyone's interested in seeing any of my paintings on my Instagram account, if you kind of keep scrolling all the way to the bottom, there's some paintings there if anyone cares to see them. Let's see. What is your favorite color? I'll say gray. Gray is probably my favorite color to wear. It just kind of goes with anything. I'm not too invested in having a favorite color. What is your favorite smell? I'll name a couple. So I love the smell of oil paints and linseed oil and turpentine, any sort of toxic vapor that you thin paint with. What else? Working at the lumber yard, I get to be around a lot of wood, and a lot of people might know the smell of cedar, but one of my favorite smells is on a really hot summer day when it's hot and humid and you get a fresh pack of cedar that comes in, and when you open it up and all the boards are wet, it just blooms with this really pungent cedar smell. I love that smell. What are your top 3 books? So before I name mine, I just want to, Brian, if you're watching, I got the Black Sheep from your Meet the Booktuber tag, and then Steve, if you're watching, I ordered all 3 of the Trollope novels that you recommended. Only 2 came in, Orley Farm and The Duke's Children, and I got these because of you recommended them on your Meet the Booktuber tag. So I'm going to say Dostoevsky is Dostoevsky's novels is my favorite novels. And I'll start with the Karamazov brothers. My personal favorite translator is Ignat Avesy. I've mentioned that before. But a lot of people that haven't read Dostoevsky and might be intimidated to read him, it's kind of not a great book to recommend first. Another one of his books that I like a lot is Notes from a Dead House. It can have different translated titles, but it's his experience in a labor camp, and it's sort of a first-hand account, nearly novelized account of his time at a labor camp. It's really powerful, and it's a good. I think it's a good start if someone's interested in reading Dostoevsky. That this gives you a good idea of where he's coming from. And then, as far as you can always recommend notes from Underground to someone to like start reading Dostoevsky. But as far as his big books, a really great start is Crime and Punishment. And you can see here, Steve Donahue says, mesmerizingly good. The best, truest translation of Dostoevsky's masterpiece into English. And I'm actually currently reading Crime and Punishment right now. So this is a new translation for me, but it is one of my favorite books. I guess I'll end there. I went through, those are all the questions. Um, so leave a comment if you would like, and thank you for watching.